Inside look at the new 911 dispatch center in Miami.
And we've got some clouds out there, and we'll still see that opportunity for a pop-up shower or storm. Otherwise, it is warm and muggy. Have a look at that forecast coming up.
Plus, KDOT hosts a meeting to gather public input on the future of Highway 69.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Quapaw Nation and Ottawa County 911 Authority cut the ribbon for their new dispatch center. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. The 911 dispatch center uses technology to allow the public to send text or video calls to dispatch. They are also able to detect location more accurately. With the new technology, they can respond faster to emergencies and help more people.
Whether it be video, text messages, voice, they are also clearer and more reliable. With Next Gen 911 and the 911 system we currently have, it pinpoints the location faster and more reliable than it ever has.
The telecommunications manager says their goal with creating the new dispatch center is to make Ottawa County safer. Now let's check in with Chris Warner for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, it's a warm and muggy day out there once again. Temperatures on track to be about average, so seasonably hot. Live look from MoDOT camera, 32nd and range line. Got just a few of those clouds, so we're seeing those partly cloudy skies. Another good shot of those clouds from our camera on the Cornell Complex in downtown Joplin. And we'll head over to Pittsburgh, US 69 at Kansas Crossing. Again, we've got sunshine, but we do have a few clouds out there. Nothing on the Skywatch storm tracker. So unlike yesterday where we saw a few of those pop-up showers early, not really, well, maybe one little guy here in Bates County, it looks like northwest of Butler. Outside of, oh my gosh. This thing hates me. Well, we started yesterday below normal and we made it up to 88, which is still below normal out there. I had a quick look at temperatures, 86 in Joplin, 85 in Pittsburgh and around the area. Take a look, Chanute already up to 89. So we're on track to reach those seasonably hot temperatures out there. Again, an isolated shower or storm still possible. Otherwise, skies begin to clear later this evening. A little warmer tonight as well, down to the mid 70s by 11. We're going to get a little hotter. Maybe even see the return of dangerous heat next week. We'll take a look at the full details in the full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, we'll see you soon. Well, the city of Pittsburgh yesterday approved an $80,000 grant for the development of a new bar. The grant will go to Blue Spoon Properties LLC to transform the old Spicer Adams building at 415 East 4th Street into a new bar called the Balkan and Canary Lounge. Officials say it will include a food truck park, a stage and projector screen, and an upscale speakeasy style bar. One of the concerns brought up during the meeting was parking. Still, the city rejected a request for $10,000 to add parking along Grand Street. Well, yesterday, residents and stakeholders gathered at Pittsburgh's Memorial Auditorium to discuss their thoughts about the future of Highway 69. After a freeway project with plans to expand the highway on the western alignment was canceled in 2023, KDOT asked the public to attend one of several open houses and voice their opinion about future plans. Many folks say they are concerned about the project's cost compared to its benefits, as well as the impact on small businesses in the wake of a new city bypass. You still have one more chance to attend a meeting today, and that will be from 4 to 6 p.m. at Northeast High School in Arma. Well, MoDOT is seeking public input for an I-44 corridor ecosystem study. The meeting, which was held at Joplin Public Library, allowed the public to give their opinions on a wide variety of topics from the road safety to congestion and more. The Forward 44 project aims to map out the best path forward to update the improvement of the road.
You know, I think that we just want to make sure that they know they have an opportunity to come out and see what we're doing with this study. I-44 is a vital east-west corridor, you know, in Missouri. But really, it's a corridor of really national significance. There's a tremendous amount of freight that travels, and goods and services, you know, that utilizes I-44 every day.
For more information, you can head to our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. The August primaries are just around the corner and local election officials are getting ready. The Jasper County Clerk yesterday hosted a public test of county voting equipment. Anyone was able to attend the test, which makes sure the equipment, programming, and process for the elections work without failure.
I have two ladies that do the public test, and the reason we do that is we don't want any staff members involved. We want to have a Republican and a Democrat that are actually doing the feeding of the ballots through the machine. We want people to understand that it is not our office telling you that it is accurate and the test is good.
You can find important election dates and deadlines on our website. That's KOAMNewsNow.com. The annual Cherokee County Fair kicked off this week at the Cherokee County Fairgrounds in Columbus. Every summer, the fair hosts 4-H and open class exhibits, food, carnival, and other vendors. This morning, 4-H members were preparing their livestock to take the spotlight.
I mean, I like to wash the pig, walk the pig and get it all ready for show and watch everybody do the fair and everything.
There will also be live musical entertainment every night of the fair. Well, area band camps have started tuning up in preparation for the upcoming school year. Yesterday, Wyandotte, Oklahoma hosted its band camp. We sent our photojournalist Ty Parks to hear it all come together.
So this morning we pulled out some music and we took a look at just some stand tunes, just because most of us haven't played over the summer. And we took a look at the national anthem because it's a new version for them. Not for me, but for them. Most for these kids is that they love music, that they feel that this room, band, choir, whatever, is a safe place for them. And that the skills that they learn, the teamwork, the reliance on each other, the ability to follow directions will carry them through life for their jobs, wherever they go. Once they leave here, they will have those skills.
I participate in band because I enjoy playing and creating music, as well as supporting the school in football and basketball. Quads is kind of a way for me to really get out all the energy I have and still make good music with my friends.
It was my safe place. I was in band starting in 6th grade, and I found my family. It was my tribe.
My hopes for this season is that we can have as much, if not more fun, while still sounding good, if not even better, than previous years. There's always room for improvement, and I believe this group has the talent to do so.
And so I want students to have a place that they can discover who they are, where they belong, what their gifts are, and it's my happy place, and I want to share that.
We'll be diving into other area band camps later this week. Well, coming up, President Biden is set to deliver a primetime address from the Oval Office about his decision to not seek re-election. And later, we're making strawberry Italian ice in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. President Biden will deliver a primetime address tonight from the Oval Office about his decision not to seek re-election. The remarks come as Vice President Kamala Harris continues to make the case for her own presidential bid at an event in Indiana, as her rival, former President Donald Trump, holds his own rally in North Carolina. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
Vice President Kamala Harris is riding a wave of momentum as she's locked up the Democratic delegates' support to become the presidential nominee.
I will spend the coming weeks continuing to unite our party so that we are ready to win in November.
The vice president drew a crowd of more than 3,000 Tuesday in the battleground state of Wisconsin, a crowd so large organizers say they had to find a larger venue.
Do we want to live in a country of freedom, compassion, and rule of law? Or a country of chaos, fear, and hate?
At the White House, President Biden is set to address the nation tonight about his decision to exit the 2024 race and lay out plans for his final 6 months on the job.
He wants to talk directly to all of you, to the American people, to talk about what's next.
Former President Donald Trump, who holds a rally tonight in North Carolina, is trying to make the new presidential matchup about border security and is accusing the vice president of being more liberal than President Biden.
She's far more radical than he is. She wants open borders. She wants things that nobody wants.
The Trump campaign has also filed a complaint with the Federal Election Commission claiming that the transfer of over $91 million from the Biden to the Harris campaign is a campaign finance violation, although the funds raised had been authorized for both President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Today, as our fair food frenzy continues, we have a cool and refreshing treat that you're not going to want to miss.
And we've got some pop-up storm chances continuing, and the heat makes a big return to the area. The latest on that forecast when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So we've got a few clouds out there, and it is a bit on the muggy side, and like yesterday, we're starting to see a few of those showers. Now, granted, we're not seeing them as well developed as we were at this time yesterday, but we talked about this morning. Future Track does have a hard time sometimes with pop-up storms. But take a look. We're going to get really close here. Northwest of Butler, north of Fort Scott, we got this little guy northwest of Drywood. Just these little spotty showers out there. And in fact, actually, after I last refreshed this, take a look down here by Mount Vernon. These are actual radar returns. This isn't just reflectivity issues or Virger and, the stuff that's not really happening. We are starting to see a few of those very isolated showers out there already, and we'll start to see maybe 2 or 3 more because, as mentioned, we've got those pop-up storm chances out there. Future Track again. So here we are at 2. Now, remember, I know it's showing one right over Joplin. I want to, again, remind you, with pop-up storms, there's not a specific trigger for the storms. They're developing from the heating of the day, the moisture in the air. Future Track plots its best guess on pop-up storms, where they're going to be. Really, when it comes to pop-up storms, if they show up, it's simply telling us it's a possibility. When we have a cold front, a dry line, some kind of severe weather system, or just any kind of storm system that's going to be a catalyst for storms, it's a lot easier for Future Track to pick up on it because there's a trigger. There's that cold front or whatever the case may be. But with pop-up storms, it's a little more difficult because there's not a specific trigger for them. But it is still, again, showing that through about 7 o'clock or so, we could see some additional isolated pop-up storms out there. And this pattern, again, it repeats over the next few days here. So by tomorrow, maybe by 2 o'clock on here, it's showing again some isolated pop-up showers and storms. And you see how brief they are, too. They on the Future Track, they're only up for maybe 45 minutes at most before they start to fizzle back out. Now, as we head into Friday, though, it's a slightly different story for those pop-up storms. They're going to be a little better organized. We're going to see maybe a couple more, maybe even as early as noon like we have been. But as you can see, we've got slightly better chances of pop-up storms. Now, they're only slightly better, and as you can see as well, since they're still isolated pop-up storms, a good portion of the area will remain dry through the day Friday, and this will repeat again on Saturday for us. There's going to be one benefit, even though it's going to be smuggy still, the one benefit's going to be this. There will be extra cloud cover from the extra pop-up storm activity, and that'll keep our temperatures about that much below normal. We're partly cloudy in Joplin. 86 feels like 89. It's that dew point that's up there, and again, that's what helps feed those pop-up storms. We got a light north-northwest breeze at about 6. Over in Pittsburgh, again, partly cloudy, 86 feels like 88. And again, there's that dew point up there. The winds are calm. And our temperatures, of course, the further west you go, the warmer it is. But we're already into the upper 80s across a good portion of southeast Kansas and into northeastern Oklahoma. A little further east, Monette, Cassville, you're getting cool spots. The upper 70s, but not cold, but cool. Otherwise, we're on track for those highs. And as you can see, we have some heat index values out there pushing into the low 90s for some of us. And that'll be the case. We'll have those heat index values today, low to mid 90s. That'll happen again tomorrow. Our high right about normal, hitting about 90. We clear out again tonight, going down right about average as well, back down to 69, our average against 70. And near normal tomorrow as well. Still muggy, still some pop-up storm chances out there. We'll go low 90s. Once we get into the extra cloud cover and rain chances by Friday and Saturday, it knocks our temperatures down just a couple of degrees. And then next week, you've got to make sure that you have your heat safety precautions. Remember what those are. Keep things ready to go. Stay hydrated because, as you see, temperatures approaching 100 degrees next week. Heat index values will rise right along with those. So Our little run of the below normal temperatures coming to an end.
Looks like it. All right. Thanks, Chris. Well, stick around. We're making strawberry Italian ice in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. We'll be right back. Howard is taking us across the country this week, visiting some fairs. Today, we're learning how to make strawberry Italian ice in the Mr. Food Test kitchen.
We're halfway through our week-long salute to all the food and fun we find at carnivals and fairs across the country. Yesterday, we dove headfirst into cream puffs that were humongous. And since we needed to work off some of those calories, we decided to walk the midway and try our luck at the games. When it came to popping balloons, Patty was the winner. But the score evened out when it was time to see who was the fastest. And after working up a thirst, we stopped and got the best strawberry Italian ice I've ever had. It was so good, we asked the guy working the stand if he would tell us how to make it. He said the secret is to blend fresh strawberries with sugar, honey, lemon juice, and lots of ice. After it gets slushy, he said to add more ice and blend it again. Then pour it into a pan and freeze it for about an hour. When it firms up, he showed us how to scrape it until it became almost like snow. Let me tell you, this is perfect when the heat of summer takes a toll on you. And whether you eat it with a spoon like ice cream or squish it out of a cup like a snow cone, you can't miss. So why not go online and get the recipe for our strawberry Italian ice, along with all of our fair favorites. I'm Howard, taking a quick break before I head out to find even more ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe online at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, again, average temperature, so seasonably hot the next few days, isolated pop-up storm chances, and then next week again. Make sure you're prepared. Be prepared to be hydrated. Take frequent breaks if you've got to be outside, because temperatures climbing up again close to 100. Heat index values easily in the lower 100s.
All righty. Well, coming up tonight at 5, a new model of healthcare is making a difference, providing medical aid to pets and their owners. We're going to take a look at one animal organization and a health network and how they're teaming up to offer routine services for both 2- and 4-legged patients. Plus, a look into the $80,000 grant the city of Pittsburgh approved for a Blue Spoon development. And the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks is in emergency need of blood. We'll have ways that you can help. You can join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.